Carousel, which, for those of you who don't know what the Carousel is, where have you been all this time? You've been living under a rock? The Carousel is going to be available to purchase in person at Clocktower Con Australia in just a few weeks' time. It will be physically there, and we'll be selling copies of it there. With regards to it being available in the rest of the world, that's obviously the boat gets to Australia a bit quicker than it does everywhere else when it leaves China. But Jams is going to give a few more specific details about that because I'm not in the know. So go for it, Jams. And also, everyone, give Jams some gratitude because she's got up at like 7 a.m. to do this. Yeah, give us some, show Jams some love. Go for it, Jams.
Appreciate it. It's more that it's cold here. Right, so the Carousel, as Ben mentioned, will be available for purchase at Clocktower Con Australia in person. It will also be made available for the rest of the world online as soon as it is available in every location that we work with. Specifically right now, due to the tariffs and sort of the current government situation in the US, we don't know what's going to happen when our boats get to the US. Normally, the customs process is pretty quick and easy. That might not be the case right now. And so we don't want to say, oh, this is the date it will be available, because we can't promise that process being as reliable as it has been in the past. So that's the only reason we're not currently announcing a date. Don't ask us for a date because you won't get one, but it will be available sometime soon, assuming that process goes well. But yeah, in person for now at Clocktower Con Australia. Don't ask your friends there to buy you a copy because you will be able to get one online pretty soon after that. Cool. That's all we had to say, right, Ben?
Fantastic. Yeah, all right, let's run a game. Yeah. What script shall we run? I can't keep this up forever. Let's not torture people. Okay, as many of you have figured out, the Carousel does have 5 characters on it that aren't released yet. And we need to get those characters released, preferably before Clocktower Con Australia, which is not very far away. So we're going to be releasing characters very quickly for the next few weeks. And the first of them is going to be released tonight. Then we're going to release another one next Thursday. Then we're going to release one on the Sunday stream and on the Wednesday stream, which will then lead us all the way up to Clocktower Con Australia, where the final character will be released in a live-streamed, filmed, in-person game at Clocktower Con Australia, which will be a massive undertaking, and I'm absolutely terrified of it, but hopefully nothing goes wrong. But you know what? I'm going to stop tickling your balls now, guys. Let's do this. Brand new character. Here it is. It's an outsider. It's called the Hermit. Its ability reads, you have all outsider abilities, -0 or -1 outsider. Jams, take it away.
Oh yeah, the Hermit is amazing. So the Hermit has the abilities of all the outsiders on the script. On the script, important, it does not have all the outsider abilities in the game at one time, just the ones on the script. The Hermit notably doesn't, like, rather than think of it like you have the Hermit ability, it's more like you have the 3 outsider abilities that are on the script outside of the Hermit. If the custom, this is what happens when we do character releases this early in the morning. If a custom,
what are you talking about, Jams? It's 10 to 11 at night.
Yeah, sorry, I'll get 5 beers right now. If a custom script has more than 4 outsiders, the Hermit will have all of those outsider abilities. There's not a limit on how many they can have. So yes, if you want to write a custom script that has like 12 outsiders on it with the Hermit, that is what will happen. They'll have all 12 of those abilities. If one of the outsider abilities that the Hermit has continues after death, like the Recluse, the Hermit will keep that ability when they die. It will not keep other outsider abilities that don't. So if, let's say, the Hermit has the Recluse and the Saint ability, that wouldn't work. The Butler ability would stop. The Recluse ability would continue after they die. One of my favorites, if the Hermit has the Drunk ability, they don't know they're the Hermit, but they do have those other outsider abilities. So let's say you have the Drunk, the Mutant, and the Sweetheart ability. If you think you're the Exorcist, you go around picking people and you're like, I don't think my ability's working. I think I might be the Drunk. The Storyteller might be like, you're executed and you die, and now someone's Sweetheart Drunk. Important one for jinxes. There are no jinxes with the Hermit. We just ask that you exercise discretion when you make scripts, because there are some combinations that can be broken. For individual outsiders, if an outsider has a jinx, that jinx also applies to the Hermit. So if you have, let's say, like a Plague Doctor and a Scarlet Woman on the script, if the Hermit has the Plague Doctor ability, then when the Hermit dies, the jinx between the Plague Doctor and the Scarlet Woman would trigger, and the Storyteller could give the Scarlet Woman ability to a living minion. Then, more broadly for jinxes, if outsider abilities do clash, you should make up a rule to fix that clash and tell your group. These rulings would be so niche and specific if we had to get into jinxing everything that worked in 3 different ways. So rather than do that and force storytellers and players to learn a whole cadre of like all these different jinxes, it's much easier to just give storytellers the opportunity to fix that clash and then tell their group how they're going to rule it. So if you have, for example, like a hermit with the butler and the zealot abilities, you could get creative and say, yeah, you know what? The hermit has to vote when their master votes. And that's a way for the hermit to have the zealot and butler abilities simultaneously. Same sort of vein, if you see outsider abilities that would fundamentally break the game by putting them together, simply don't put them together. You as script writers have agency over that, and you should probably try and make games that are fun for your players to play. Last but not least, and this is a Stephen Medway special, the Hermit has set up ability text that says either -0 or -1 outsiders. Because the Hermit is so much more devastating to the good team than a normal outsider, it can and sometimes does remove an outsider from setup. Importantly, what this means is that the Hermit may actually remove the Hermit itself from play during setup. So you can have then 1 less outsider than normal. And if this happens, you can give the Hermit as a bluff to the demon. The way that this would work in practice is like you put the Hermit in the bag and then you look in the bag and you go, oh, -1 outsider, and you take the Hermit out. Yes, this is a thing you can do. And so you can give the Hermit as a bluff, you can give outsider buffs. It's crazy. Steve loves it. And so yes, that is a real thing that you can do with the Hermit. You will see all of our Hermit goodness on the wiki updated shortly. And speaking of the wiki, really quick, last announcement is that the wiki and the almanac for all carousel characters that have been released so far.
We've got Oho, Serenovus Goblin, me likey. I've got Hatter and Hermit. I am happy for the Hermit to remove the Hatter. I think the Hermit's existence is pretty brutal.
It's crazy. I'm also happy for that.
This is interesting because I've run the Hermit quite a lot. More so than the vast majority of characters that we've released over the last year or so. But the version of Hermit that I ran, it used to have there are no other outsiders in play. So I'm used to the Hermit removing all the outsiders. But maybe that's coloured my opinion on how to run the Hermit, feeling like it should remove 1 outsider if it can. What do you think about that, Jams?
Yeah. So generally speaking, it should, and that's actually a really good point to bring up because that is how the older versions of the Hermit functioned. We specifically made that change where it's -0 or -1 because if the Hermit does genuinely remove all other outsiders, it is not bluffable by the evil team. Because if an evil player is claiming to be the Hermit, as soon as 1 other player claims to be the like an outsider, you're like, well, that person's evil. And so it's not really something that a demon could use as a bluff. And so we added in that -0 or -1 so that if there's 1 person claiming to be an outsider, the Hermit still has that, or the evil player bluffing Hermit still has that plausible deniability to be like, yeah, actually, like, we can coexist. That's okay. We don't have to both be evil. But in general, I would say if you can remove an outsider, it tends to be a more balanced and more fun game. But sometimes you might have reasons to put in multiple outsiders, and sometimes that can be pretty okay. During playtesting for the Hermit, we had a game where the Serenovus was making the mutant mad, and then the Hermit was like, I'm the Hermit, what are you going to do? And so we executed him, and the mutant, who was also Seri-mad, was like, well, the literal only way that could have happened is if he's the Hermit, so like, I know we're both good. So it can be not super terrible to have both in play.
Well,
but, yeah.
I'm putting a balloonist in, so let's have a mutant in as well, put back in by the balloonist. So, and again, I'm not too... That's a pretty strong town, but I don't mind because the demons in Oho.
Yeah.
And also the evil team have no poison, so I'm fine with that. Let's dish these out.
Alrighty.
Okay. Empath next to a goblin. That's rough. That's rough for the baddies.
I mean, that'll be interesting, right? If JC can make himself not executable, it means Ed's not really going to get great information. Unless he knows, like, the other side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. Okay, so we have to remember that Malachi can register as a minion or a demon and has the mutant's ability. Who do we want to make the red herring for Dave?
Let's see. Well, so yeah, Malachi's already gonna have that ability. I think we maybe want to put it towards like the beardy area, to be honest, because if we can give the chef a 1 or a 2, I would probably lean towards a 1 to protect Karen. But I think if that 1, if Ed is thinking, oh, that's near me, having beardy register as the demon next to JC as the goblin could be nice.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Sorry, beardy. Okay. Cool. You ready to go?
Yep, my alarm for this game just went off.
Interestingly, we could actually show Austin Malachi every single night if we want to.
we could. That is a thing that is mechanically allowed in this game.
Oh, we didn't pick any bluffs. Let's give them lycanthrope. Although we'll give them lycanthrope. Oracle is always handy. I think it's good to let them know that there's no recluse in play. That is quite useful.
I think knowing like Karen, I think in this game, I don't think that she or anyone else will try and bluff outsider on this. Maybe okay. JC.
In that case, then let's just give them Town Crier.
Like, I was gonna say like artist or farmer.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, we'll give them artist then.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Send out that demon info.
Sounds good.
Cool. And let's head straight over to Raj.
Hello.
Hello, Raj. Who would you like to make mad?
Let's do... Malachi is the empath, please.
Malachi is the empath. Okay. Wonderful, thank you. Wow.
Great.
Okay, let's break the news.
Honestly, I think that will make things easier for her.
Hello, Malachi. You pulled the new character.
I think that's a first for me, actually.
Well, what a character to pull. Have you got any thoughts on your strategy?
The very first thing I was thinking is just outright claiming it.
Okay.
But then that gets me executed by the mutant abilities, so I don't know. I was trying to think. Maybe I claim farmer. Maybe I claim the top 2. I don't actually know. I might actually try to.
What about empath? You could claim empath.
Sure.
Cool. That's good because the Serenovus has chosen for you to be mad that you're the empath.
All right. Cool.
All right. See you later.
You know what? That absolutely works for me.
Delightful. Okay. Yeah, so, what do we show? Lyra. Obviously, the correct number is a 1, because Karen and Raj, but Malachi can register as an outsider. Register as evil. I think it should still be a 1, though, because I
would absolutely give a 1.
Yeah, I think that we want the Hermit to seem like they might be lying. And we have given the new character as a bluff on this before, so I think that's quite believable. So let's give Lyra a 1.
Sounds good.
Hello.
Hello.
You learn that there is 1 pair of baddens.
1 pair of baddies. Alrighty, thank you so much.
Cheers. Alright, we'll give Ed that 1 as well. Hello.
Hello.
You learn that 1 of your living neighbors is evil.
Look, if it's Lyra, I'm denying it. If it's JC, that's fine.
Okay. Alright.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Okay. Dave could potentially get some game-solving info here.
True.
Hey, Ben.
Whoa. Who do you want to scry on?
I was looking at the demons on our script here, so I don't think I'm going to pick my neighbors, just in case it's an Odashi and changes later. I think I will pick Karen and Lyra, because I can never tell with Karen.
Karen and Lyra, you learn that, yes, one of them is the demon.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, that is quite the snipe. But it could lead Ed to believe that Lyra's evil, which is
True.
not too bad. The question now is, who are we going to show Austin? I think... I wonder if Dave might be a choice. Because he's going to come out with that info, and Austin might think that we're signaling that Dave is evil. I think especially if we go Dave and then Malashan, or Dave and then Raj.
Yeah, I think that could be good.
Yeah, we'll go Dave then.
Hello.
Hello. You learn that Dave is a person.
Oh, that's game-solving information. Thank you so much.
We thought so.
You're welcome. Okay,
Then
so
do we run Chaos Hatter? What do you think?
absolutely. Until
Great.
someone tells me not to, that's how I run it.
That's also
so-
how I run it, but Karen had asked and
Yeah.
I wanted to give her an answer.
Up until Dave's choice, I would have said that actually... So I normally get... When it comes to general info, I normally say that good starts winning. That's my default position. Up until Dave's choice, I would have actually said that it was about neutral, because I think evil had a slightly stronger position here than they normally do, even though one of them neighbours the empath. But I think combining the fact that the empath neighbours the goblin and the fact that the fortune teller sniped the demon on night one, I think that the good team are winning.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I also think that will be a really interesting piece of information to kind of return to when it comes out later that there's both a hermit and a mutant in play. People will be like, Beardy, there's no way that's real. And then having to solve that will be, I think, quite useful.
Yeah? Okay, let's get Beardy in here.
Hello, team.
Hello. We think that the good team is winning.
Ooh, that's wonderful to hear. Let's hope it continues on that trend. Thanks.
Okay. That's it, right? We're good to go?
Looks like we're good to go.
Here we go. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Woeville, where there is apparently trouble. By Ekin. Good luck.
I mean,
should have cock cheese block.
Wow, what have we walked into? Did you just say cock cheese block?
It made sense in context.
Sure it did.
Okay. So, are you gonna lie to me?
Yes.
You are.
Mhm.
Why are you gonna lie to me?
Because I'm the mayor.
Are you, or are you lying to me?
That's for you to figure out.
Well, then, I don't know if I should tell you anything, because I'm inclined to tell you the truth. You know what? I'll just tell you the truth. I'm the farmer.
Okay. Well, if I stop being the mayor and become the farmer, I will let you know.
Cool, thank you, appreciate it.
Good luck.
Absolutely.
Excellent. I won't,
I am the most confirmed townsfolk you've ever seen.
Yes, as a
Yes.
librarian, confirming you as a townsfolk, this is great. All right.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
I'll put you down as the cannibal. That sounds pretty good.
But I'm
for
the
you.
mayor.
Should I go ask if you've got sober info then? I'll go ask, is good winning? And then I can confirm you.
I feel like that's a waste of your very powerful artist ability, Karen.
I don't think
You
it's a
do
waste.
with it as you like.
It's not a waste. We don't need the artist info. Good is already winning. We should help people out, you know?
Good is already winning. So we should
Yeah.
just win today, right? That's what it means. We're gonna just figure out who the
We're
demon
gonna
is.
win today.
Fortune teller
Should I
got a
ask
sober
if
and
we can
healthy
win
yes
today?
on the demon. Luna.
Oh! Hi, what's up?
You're so far away from me.
I am so far away. We've been so far away every day.
I know.
No
I blame
whispering.
Ben.
Hi Ben. And chap. What do you fancy? What do you want to do?
Empath.
Empath? Are you getting good vibes?
I don't. I've talked to Milk so far, and I have no idea.
I mean, of the two, I'm always willing to believe that Raj is evil because
Well, I did get a 1, so
I mean, yeah, sure. I believe Raj is evil over Milk usually, but I'll leave it to you. I'll vote on either. I'm the mayor, so
really?
yeah.
Because Milk said that he was the mayor.
Okay, that's fine.
Is it fine?
It happens. No, but it's fine. We'll deal with it another day. One thing at a time, Malachi, please.
Then do we try to execute Raj or Milk?
Damn it! It's usually just so easy to point it towards Raj. Oh, okay. I don't know. Like, let's just kill Milk.
Well, okay. If we can kill Milk, we can kill Raj.
Or
Either
you could
one
just see
should
if you
be
can like
fine.
naturally get Milk or Raj killed.
Sure. I'll tell Raj I got a 0 and see what he says. I did tell Milk I got a 1, so
Okay.
shrugs.
Yep, that's fair.
Okay. Okay, so you are the town crier.
No, Malachi's the town crier. I'm something else that Malachi's claiming.
Oh, okay, cool. I can give you somebody else's role too, if you want that.
Yeah, that works great. Yeah, if you just want to give me somebody else's role, that'll work fine.
All right, I'll tell you that I wouldn't worry about what Austin is.
Yeah, I'm not. Austin will do the work of getting himself killed or not on his own. He doesn't need my help.
I'll tell you that Resnora's character would like combat sports.
Ooh, that's exciting. I like combat sports.
It might just,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Cool. Okay. For chat's benefit, I'm trying to find someone who is willing to die to a lycanthrope, and it's not going well.
I claim the goblin. So
yes.
All right.
Obviously, it's a terrible choice.
A terrible choice for lycanthropes. All right,
Thanks,
bud.
What are we?
I'm the lycanthrope who's definitely not a goblin. How about you?
Okay, excellent. I'm the Oho who's, I think I'm going to go, what is it, artist. So you've spoken to Raj?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. That's interesting. Beatty says he's a general with a good. I wonder if a fortune teller picked me.
Yeah, Dave told me there's a fortune teller yes between you and Lyra.
Great.
Yeah.
He told you the truth?
I mean, quite possibly. Either that or someone else lied to him and told him a truthful lie.
Can't claim to be an outsider, though, right? So
that is true.
So it might explain some double claims.
I mean, I guess Milk could be either Hermit or Mutant.
I mean, I'm not gonna give him a free bluff either, though. So if if you want to kill Milk, well, how far be it from me to stop you from killing Milk?
Well, I have not talked to Raj yet. Well, I have no reads on Raj.
You can always kill Raj. I mean, that's always a good choice.
I'm putting it down, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's probably not true.
Welcome back, everyone. You know how this works. 6 votes required. Nominations are open.
Beardy, do you want to roll swap?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
Oh, cool. Malachi nominates Raj.
Malachi, tell us why you have nominated Raj.
Because apparently other people want Raj dead as well, including myself.
Who doesn't?
Okay, Raj, we've just learned that Malachi considers themselves other people. How do you feel about that?
Like if exactly those people raise their hands, I would know who I should like and target.
Okay, we are looking for 6.
Oh, I'm not gonna overvote.
I've already got a couple of those in my Grim Raj.
I love overvoting.
7 is enough. Raj is about to die.
Malashan nominates Malachi.
Aww.
Malashan, tell us why you've nominated Malachi.
Mostly for the town crier, but also she loves everything.
Malachi?
Hey, because of my overvote, it's a little bit harder to lift it off of the person I want to be executed.
That sounds like a challenge.
And to confirm that, we are now looking for 8.
Come on, guys. Let's everybody vote on this.
Let's come together as one unified front. Aww.
6 is not enough.
I was about to say I love tying us.
Any other nominations?
Can I nominate JC?
Who said that?
Austin.
Austin nominates JC. Tell us why.
Town Crier, just throwing out nominations.
JC?
I permit this.
Okay, we're looking for 8. Three's not enough. I don't think you're going to lift this, guys. Any more for any more?
I'll nominate Lyra.
Karen nominates Lyra. Why have you done this, Karen?
To cap Town Crier info. Also, I don't know what the info on Raj is, but I've also heard of info on Lyra.
Lyra?
That info on me must be very real and very, very evil.
Okay, we're looking for 8. Six is not enough.
Thank God I can count.
That 7 foot really does make things harder. I'm the Oracle. I got a 0 last night, so I think we haven't killed any evils yet. It'd be nice to go for an evil today, but if not, I can die.
Calling it in 5, 4.
We can tie it.
3.
I tried.
You get a 0 tonight, Raj. You get some info.
I'll nominate Dave.
All right, tell us why.
I would rather not die here and get any info, but I don't know if there's a start knowing or someone else. It's also good to like and start knowing, so I'm fine not executing, but I wouldn't mind info.
Dave?
I'm none of those things, Raj. I'm the goblin.
Okay, Dave claims goblin. We are looking for 8 votes.
Let's kill this so Raj can get an evil.
I don't think Dave is the goblin.
I don't think Dave's the goblin.
But I don't want to vote on this.
I think Dave could be literally any character on the script, and he was claiming goblin there.
He told me.
End of the day in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raj is executed and dies. Everyone goes to sleep. All right, well,
Cool.
that was rough.
That was very rough. And instead of commiserating how rough it is, I have some things that I need to talk about because there's been some questions. There are reminder tokens that come with the Hermit. Everyone's been like, what are they? We can't figure it out because they just say 1, 2, and 3. Well, you see, the Hermit has all outsider abilities, and sometimes there might also be other outsiders in play. Let's say there's a Hermit and a Puzzle Master, and they're both in play. The Hermit has the Puzzle Master ability, and also the Puzzle Master has the Puzzle Master ability. So you need to have reminder tokens for both the actual Puzzle Master and the Hermit's Puzzle Master ability. So you can use the Hermit ones to just duplicate what they otherwise would have, since the game doesn't come with like 2 sets of Puzzle Master reminders. Easy, done. I think that was the only question people had. Oh, someone asked about the sort order on the script. Hermit goes first because it's a really big, important thing that you need to know about. So you can always just look Hermit and then everything else. The end. Let's run the night.
All right, well, I've sent Karen a request for a choice, but she's not responded, so let's get her in here.
Okay.
Okay, Karen, going well.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do you run intentional OHO misses if an evil's already dead?
I mean, it's difficult to say because if the OHO is intentionally missing, then I don't know. That question is so incredibly situational that it's almost impossible to answer because every situation will be different. But as a general rule, the Oho's power is that they get to choose which character dies. The way that power is balanced is that if they don't correctly guess something in play, the storytellers get to choose. So us choosing is a balancing mechanic. That's really all I'm comfortable going out on the limb and saying.
Okay. Well, I think there might have been a fortune teller yes on me and Raj. So let's let the fortune teller live. It could be the red herring. I'll kill the. Let's just kill the balloonist, I guess.
Okay.
Actually, no. Can I kill the empath, please?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Great. Thanks.
That's good.
Great.
That's really good because now we can show. We wanted a second Night of Balloonist info. I think we probably show Austin JC now.
The thing is, we showed Dave, right?
Yeah, we showed Dave. Yeah.
First, Dave claimed Goblin.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be super mad necessarily about showing Raj, who was like pretty easy to put on the block and no one could get him off.
Yeah. We can stick with our original plan.
Yeah. Player, though, so I'm not super mad about showing JC either. And kind of making them do a goblin off. It's not terrible. JC's bluffing Lycan.
And Raj was bluffing Oracle, so we do need to give Resnora some Oracle info. But first, let's see what Dave does, because that might inform our decision. Okay, Dave, who do you want to look at?
I thought might be dead. Let's see here. So I've been thinking about this. Killed Raj so that Malachi's claiming to be an empath would get a read on Karen. So I think I will pick Karen and Malachi and see what I get.
You choose Karen and Malachi, and you learn a yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Wow.
It's a really weird pick to make.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense from Dave's perspective. Malachi's an empath with a 1 as far as he's concerned. So if Malachi learns 0 and Dave gets a yes, then Dave knows that Karen is probably his red herring.
Fair.
If Malachi learns a 1, then Dave knows that probably Raj was evil and Karen's also evil, and that's the root of the chef 1. So it sort of makes sense, I think. I don't know. It's difficult to gauge what players think.
Yeah, it depends. It's hard to know like who we talk to and whatnot.
I think we do still show Raj as our next one, because I think I think that's useful information to know. Let's get Austin in here.
Hello.
Hello. You awake and you learn Raj.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Goodbye.
Bye. We give Resnora probably a 0 unless we want to make Ed look like a Fangu that jumped.
Yeah, I think definitely a 0 here.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
You awake and you learn a 0.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm sure you won't disagree with me. The good team are winning.
Yeah.
Let's get Beardy in. Hello.
Hello.
You will be pleased to know that the good team is still winning.
Wonderful. Are we doing 3 or 5-star generals today, Ben?
I'm doing whatever I fancy. I generally like to mix it up, but I don't sometimes go beyond 3 or 5. I'll sometimes be like good or heavily winning, or evil or losing ever so slightly, and make it a kind of 100-star general with multiple. Okay. So, but I mean, just assume 3 unless otherwise noted.
All right. Wonderful. All right. Thanks, guys.
No worries. Yeah, that's a little thing that I like to do because it means that when people bluff general, anything that they claim I said is potentially legitimate.
Yeah, is valid.
Yeah. Right. You ready?
Let's do it.
Cool. I've already got a P, so I'm going straight for a P. So I'm gonna follow Malachi around while I go for a P. Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Ed's dead, baby.
Hell yeah, brother.
No, Ed, no.
Air bounce.
But I'm still alive. Why wouldn't the lycanthrope kill me?
I had a better offer, Milk. I'm sorry.
Was it Ed?
Ed's.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh wow, what's going on here? Ben must be following someone. Are you willing to share the info that was on Raj?
In path 1.
Oh, okay. Is it now 0?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Raj didn't seem evil to me, though. He might be, an outsider. Alright, Dave wants to join in.
Hi, Karen.
Hello,
Sorry,
Dave.
I missed your
What's
ping.
up? Oh, no, that's okay. I was just collecting the info on poor Raj. Poor boy Raj, who died,
Malachi, was Raj bad?
I have a 0 now, so shrugs.
Okay.
Could be. Raj could also just be a faux pas.
Oh yeah, I have heard of a liking claim, so that makes sense. Yeah, that would work with maybe Oracle.
Karen, what are you claiming to be?
I'm the artist. I used it day one. I asked if so I just wanted to use it as like a grandmother confirmation. I heard of a general. They got a good,
Okay.
so I was like, well, I'll just go confirm and go ask if the good team is winning, and I got a yes. So I believe the general.
Okay.
Why are you laughing, Dave? I think that's a pretty good use of the ability.
No,
That's an interesting use of the ability.
It's better than the previous artist questions I've asked, which have been very useless.
No, it's just the
one
information
player.
that I heard around town, though, is that's just not what I expected to hear you claim. Are you actually the artist, Karen?
Of course I'm the artist. Why wouldn't I be?
Maybe your token's a little bit more red in color? Maybe?
No, it's definitely the artist. I can change it to the red artist if you want.
You sure?
I'm a pink I can
Right.
change it.
You're definitely not an outsider of any kind.
Absolutely. Why would I be an outsider?
Definitely.
An artist, usually, I'm an artist that paints
You know what?
inside.
Put
I'm
me
not an
down
artist
as the
that paints outside,
lycanthrope that picked Ed. You put me down as the lycanthrope that picked Ed. Yeah.
I've heard that elsewhere.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Put me down as the goblin then.
Okay,
The
I don't know
goblin.
what is.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
Okay,
this
cool.
is
I love
this is
that.
such an interesting. I'll just tell
are
both
you-
of you that you're in a fortune teller. Yes. How about that? Does that help explain
Oh,
my
yeah, from
confusion
which
to this
night?
whole conversation?
Wait,
from what I heard, you're in both nights, Karen. But
Oh, am I?
yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I think that
Wait,
I'm a pretty
am
good
I-
red herring.
But I was surprised that Malachi also would pop up in that and get a 0. That's the confusing part to me, right? You see where I might be confused, Malachi, with the information that I've been presented with. Yeah, like if there's unless specifically Karen is the red herring, right?
Karen could just be the red herring.
I'm the red herring. You should try picking
Sure.
elsewhere. You've picked me 2
Oh.
nights in a row, Dave. I think the most logical conclusion is that I'm the red herring.
Yeah, or maybe you're poisoned, Malachi. Maybe you're poisoned. Who did you tell that you were what you were yesterday?
Very few people, but maybe. Wait, hold on. What are the pings? What's the fortune teller pings?
Lyra and Karen night 1, and then Karen and Malachi night 2.
Okay.
I did
Let's
hear
just
of
kill
that.
Lyra.
I tried to nominate Lyra because I'm definitely good.
Let's just kill Lyra. It's fine.
Look, I'm gonna roll
No,
swap with the goblin, so don't worry
I
about
don't
me.
think we need to kill Lyra. I think the info just says that I'm the red herring. I think we're all 4 of us are
Sure,
good.
Karen. Yeah. Yeah, I probably won't nominate you today, Karen.
Welcome back,
Sorry,
everybody.
Beardy.
Except for Raj and Austin, who are about to get double donged. Yeah. They're still talking. Look at this. They're still going. What do these guys think they're doing?
Just chat.
There we go. They're back. All right. Welcome back, losers. There are 10 of you alive. That means 5 votes required. Nominations are open.
I'm just going to tell people I was a totally fine death. I was actually the chef that counts mayors. We've got a chef 2 of mayors. There's 2 pairs of mayors sat next to each other.
Seems like a lot of mayors.
Love these mayors.
So we should go for a mayor win, is what you're saying? Because one of them's got to be real.
One of them's got to be real.
That tracks.
Raj, want me to go first?
You can go, Dave. That's fine.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Karen is either the demon or a red herring. Let's kill Karen today, please.
Hey, privately, you just said we're not going to nominate me.
Oh, that was
Dave
a
said-
lie. I lied.
Dave said Dave wouldn't nominate you. BD nominates Karen.
I didn't lie at all.
Tell us why you've nominated Karen.
I didn't want to make a liar out of Dave, so I thought I'd step in and do the honors for him. There is apparently isolated fortune information on Karen, and there's a general good on both nights, suggesting that might be accurate.
Karen?
Firstly, the general is probably an outsider. There's also an empath 0 on me. I'm just the red herring. I think the general is not getting good info. The fortune teller is, though, because they're proving me that I'm good. The red herring, you know?
Yep, that's how that works.
We're looking for 5.
I don't think there's an empath 0 on Karen, by the way.
There is an empath 0 on me. What?
But that's the thing. There is, which is so confusing.
Oh, what?
Nodashi
knowledge,
exists.
there's not.
Okay.
7
this
is enough.
ridiculous. I'll nominate Malachi.
Tell us why.
She told us in private that she had an empath 0 on me, and then has voted on me. This is evil for sure. I'm a very good role. I'm the farmer. I just wanted to stay alive, but it's fine. Very sad.
Malachi?
I mean, there's a lot of ways I could be poison in this game. You could still be evil. If town wants you dead, I am not going to stop that. I do have an empath 0 on Karen, but that doesn't mean like Karen has to be good here. So also, if Karen dies, I get more information.
What did you have yesterday?
Yeah, can't have that.
I had a 1 yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Which is why I voted on you, Raj.
Okay, we're looking for 8.
Is this entire evil team plus 1 just...
I don't think that adds
This is
up.
ridiculous.
Wait, does this
Dave
confirm
played
that
Goblin yesterday.
It's fine.
I think it gives that fortune teller info.
Malachi, how come
Yeah,
you were so
fine.
confident Raj was evil from the empath 1, and then you put a 7th vote when only 5 were needed on Karen when you have an empath 0? I don't get it.
Because 1, I like overvoting, and 2, I trust Milk. Might be my downfall, but I'm gonna trust Milk.
Can't let
Dave,
you get
like
away
to
with
nominate Beardy.
Who said that?
Dave.
Dave, tell us why you've nominated Beardy.
I just wanted to get revenge for Karen, since Beardy nominated Karen. And as the goblin, I just wanted to mess with the town crier info, so this is fine.
Beardy?
I think I'm worse skilled than Karen, but
Probably.
you can do it if you want.
Alright, we're looking for 8.
I think a fake general that's getting good every night is not a worse skill than me. And you're just gonna get the same info every night. You're just gonna get good because you're making it up, Beardy.
How do you know the general's fake? Is that a bluff?
It's not a bluff. Hey Malachi, are you an outsider? Are you an outsider? Should you have got an empath 1 on me yesterday?
Hey, does anybody want to roll swap with me tomorrow?
Bringing the day to a close.
Yeah.
I'll roll.
Yeah, no, I will. You can be the
Five.
goblin.
I am the recluse, but I don't really believe
4.
the empath number is what I'll say.
3, 2,
Wait.
He's
1.
an outsider.
Karen is executed and dies. And the game is over and the good team has won. What a game. Okay, we're gonna do a very quick grim reveal, and then we're just gonna re-rack. So yeah, that was brutal. Unfortunately, Raj the Serenovus chose to make Malachi, their neighbor, mad about being the empath, which caused Malachi to push back on them and get them killed pretty quickly. Dave also, as the fortune teller, got a yes on Karen 2 nights in a row. Which meant that Karen was in distress pretty much from the beginning. One of those yeses was on Lyra the chef, who learned a 1, which was also pretty brutal, compounding all of that info. And obviously, the fact that all of this was going on meant that we were compelled to tell Beardy that good was winning. So it was a pretty rough situation for Evil to be in. We tried our best to right the ship. We sent Austin the balloonist to Dave and then to Raj. Because that is useful information, but it also might throw some suspicion on Dave, so it seemed like a kind of both sides get something out of it deal. Ed must have been wondering what was going on with Malachi, because he was the real empath who learned the 1, because JC was the goblin. That's why JC was trying really, really hard to convince Malachi to come out as the Hermit. Yeah! Which also means, yes, Malachi was the Hermit with all of the abilities and Serenovus madness on night 1. We did also have a mutant in play in the form of Malashan that was added in by the balloonist after the Hermit removed 1. Resnora was the cannibal who got got correct Oracle info last night, and Milk was our mayor. And we're just going to go ahead and immediately re-rack, so we'll be right back. Okay, well, I think we've actually seen... Yeah, we've seen the Hermit in action quite well there. I'm tempted to put it in as a bluff for this next one. Why not?
Interesting. I think we should stick it in again.
Well, tell you what, let's see what the randomizer suggests. Okay, well, it's not suggested the Hermit. We can stick it in, though, if you want to. It suggested No Dashi Poisoner Serenovus. I want to see some Goblin. So I'm going No Dashi Poisoner Goblin. I think that means that we should probably put in some pretty strong info rolls in the bag. So I have no problem going Oracle, Fortune Teller, Balloonists, and that Balloonist can actually mean that we can have a Recluse, a Mutant, and a Hermit if we want to. We probably shouldn't, because that's pretty brutal. So we should probably have the Hermit remove the Mutant, which gives us Recluse Hermit. And then I think we just give the town a bunch of useful characters for the rest of it.
Yeah, that's great.
And we'll give them an artist. Oh, let's pass those out.
Love it.
Okay, fantastic. We've got a poisoned fortune teller. And a poisoned cannibal. Delightful. And I think for our fortune teller red herring, let's go with JC. The artist.
Sure.
Cool. Alright. I don't think we need any more setup other than bluffs. We'll give these guys mayor, we'll give them librarian, let's give them town crier. Beautiful. Here we go. Day 1 all over again. Okay. Let's go straight in for Raj. Hello.
Hello.
Here we go again, Raj. You got a do-over. Who do you want to poison?
Let's poison Dave, who's hopefully drawn the fortune teller token again. Thanks.
Okay. David is. Thank you. Well, that's not going to do anything, but it's not the end of the world. Austin's going to correctly learn a 0. Hello, Austin. You awake and learn that 0 of your living neighbors are evil.
Karen's good?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right?
I'm poisoned. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's start a prediction. Who's going to win, good or evil?
Let's find out.
Okay, over to our fortune teller who's going to learn incorrect info, probably. Hello.
Hi.
So, you get a taste of the fortune telling. Who do you want to pick?
Let's go with Dave and Beardy.
Dave and Beardy, and you learn a yes.
That's a yes. That's a big fat yes.
Okay, thanks.
Enjoy. Okay, that's good. I think Dave is a great extra red herring because farmer, right? He's going to be vague. He's going to fight to survive. Beardy's probably going to lie a lot as well, but I think he'll eventually be discovered as Hermit.
Yeah, well, I think what could also be fun is potentially later giving Malachi a no specifically on Beardy, because then Beardy will be like, "You're not the fortune teller. Like, you should get a yes on," and like I think that'll create some good tension there.
Yeah. I think we send Karen over to Lyra.
Yeah, happy with that.
Hello.
Hi.
You awake and you learn that Lyra exists.
Excellent, thank you.
Welcome, enjoy. Okay, cool. That's it, right? We don't need to do anything else?
Looks good to me.
Here we go. Okay, here. Welcome to the do-over, everybody. Trouble in Woeville, number 2. Let's see if this one goes the distance. We're going to run a tight ship here. Good luck.
We did it, everybody. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like you said, but like
we
I'm like,
really did it. I got
as soon as you said fortune teller yes, I'm like, I believe it. I've got a yes. I mean, I've got a good. I just believe it.
I would ask that if you run into a lycanthrope in your journeys, if you could just tell them to pick me, just be like, I think Dave might be evil or the farmer. One of those two things. I think that would be good for our team. I probably won't tell anybody else that. I don't know what I'll claim this game. Last game I chose Goblin. Who knows what it'll be this game?
Goblin was a solid choice. Let us win the game.
Fun. Why not? Why not claim Goblin? It's on the script. Serenovus might have made me mad. You don't know. What are you doing? What do you got going on in this game?
I will tell you that I'm either the mayor or the oracle.
And you didn't get an oracle number on night 1 like Raj did in the last game.
I didn't get an oracle number on night 1.
Okay,
surprisingly.
all right. Perfect. All right,
Yep.
I'll put you down as the oracle. We can revise later. Great chat,
All right.
Rudy.
Wonderful. Thanks, Dave.
I heard Ben go, okay, and I was like, okay, we'll come back. So yeah, if your character was an animated villain, which one would they be?
I'm not sure why I'm saying this, but Kang from the Ninja Turtles.
I mean, vibes is a perfectly acceptable reason to answer a stupid question.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. I'm now looking up if I got the right name and the right villain.
Fair.
Yes, that is who I meant.
Great. Not something I've watched. I will be Googling during the night phase.
K-A-N. Oh, Krang. It's Krang, not Kang. That's what's wrong. It's got an R in it.
It's Kang the Conqueror is
Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
Yeah. And
Oracle or the Town Crier.
Oracle or Town Crier. Okay. For if you are the Town Crier, would you like me to nominate?
Yep. I mean, as long as it's not over-nominating, I don't mind.
What's your thing of over-nominating? 3 or 4? What do you think?
I think 4's fine.
Yep,
Like,
4's
I'm not
solid.
supposed to come in.
Cool.
I think 4's solid. Like 5 or 6 is way too much.
Yeah, that's way too much. Yeah, if there's not a lot, then I'll try and get my nomination early.
Cool.
Hi, Milk.
Hi, Milk.
Hello.
Either the Oracle or the Town Crier.
I'm the fortune teller. I have a yes on Beardy and Dave.
Oh, let's kill Beardy.
No. You should kill Dave. Definitely not. Definitely Dave.
I'm happy not to kill. I mean, I'm happy not to kill either of you if you both have good alibis.
Sure.
Where were you on the night of Ben's murder?
Where was I on the night of Ben's murder? Well, I'm on the other side of the world, so it's very hard for me to, get to England and back in one night. So
yeah, it must be really hard to be upside down right now.
Your head must
you get
be
used to
really
it.
sore. Like, the blood rushing to it, that must be really painful.
See, from my perspective, I'm up the right way, and you guys are all upside down. So
That doesn't sound right.
No, I think he's lying. I think we need to hang him and see if he is actually upside down or not.
I specifically said I personally don't know the name of the film that my character's favorite film would be.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
that's Robert Pattinson.
But to be fair, I also don't know The Lighthouse, so
Yeah, that's there you go. I'll say Ratatouille for sure.
You'll say Ratatouille.
So we've got
And you're
Transformers, Ratatouille.
Oh, you've got to watch The Lighthouse. It's so good. It is so good.
What genre is it? I literally know nothing except that apparently it's a film.
It's kind of a surreal Lovecraftian horror film filmed in black and white about two lighthouse keepers isolated in a lighthouse, and it kind of keeps you guessing. It's one of those great films where you're not quite sure if something supernatural is happening or if there's just the psychological effects of being isolated this long. It's really good. Absolute
That
classic.
sounds like a film I would not enjoy watching, but would enjoy reading the Wikipedia page for.
Yeah, do it.
Would your character enjoy watching it?
Your characters would enjoy coming back to Town Square.
I have a yes on Dave and Beardy.
Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, do the thing. 6 votes required.
I think there's madness in the town, so it's okay.
Malachi nominates Beardy.
Malachi, why have you done this?
Because I trust Milk fortune telling instead of the other fortune telling. There's a yes on Beardy.
Beardy?
I think it's highly unlikely that there is a yes on me. I am not the demon. I'm just a lolly goblin.
Okay, Beardy claims Goblin. 6 votes required.
Don't let me stand in your way of getting a goblin one, Beardy.
I will vote on every goblin. Tight and strong.
6 is enough for the Goblin.
I'll nominate Malachi.
Karen nominates Malachi. Tell us why.
I don't think we should go after the fortune teller yeses. They're probably wrong. Also, they're probably not the demon. I've heard of a fortune teller elsewhere. I think Malachi, given her role, I think that she might be okay to die.
Are you okay to maladie?
Well, I might have already screwed over the town crier, so that's fine. If there is an oracle or a cannibal out there, it could be kind of bad, but I'm fine-ish. I mean, if you are either of those other roles, though, maybe not.
We are looking for 7.
I am a goblin coward on day 1.
Tight and strong.
I love not tying.
5's not enough. Beardy's about to die. Any other nominations? Oh, hello.
Hey, Ben. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet, but I'm considering just asking whether Beardy's the goblin.
Okay.
I'm going to ask it. I'm not going to ask it.
I'm going to ask it in some confusing way that's annoying. Is that what you were about to say, basically, JC?
No, I'm not going to ask it. Yeah, that I've wasted your time.
Now you've sufficiently wasted our time to make it that much more likely that you did.
Thank you.
I 100% would have said yes if he'd have asked if Beardy was the goblin, because Beardy has the recluse ability.
Yeah, and Kind Register is the goblin. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Okay, sorry about that. Any other nominations?
Should we just kill the fortune teller? They're clearly too powerful.
It's almost as though Karen's got some other motive for that. Okay, getting the goblin win in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beardy's executed and dies. Everybody goes to sleep. Okay, well, then that was the Hermit, everybody.
Well, no, it's really interesting, actually, because now, do the evils want a Hatter swap?
Yep.
Also, fuck the Oracle. Did the
Yeah.
Oracle want good information this name? Because they don't get it anymore.
The Oracle's definitely learning a 1.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, Malashan's already poisoned, but we should definitely give Malashan some just mental information.
What's interesting is that with the Hatter, they might move that Nodashi. They might take out the Nodashi entirely,
true.
and so
that is a good point.
We will see who is poisoned.
Hatter goes off immediately, so I think I'll just go around the circle in clockwise order. So let's go to Ed.
Well, we just bring them all in here, yeah.
We can do, yeah. Okay, in you come, baddies. Everyone files in. Welcome, everybody. The Hatter is dead. Ed, please choose a character. Well, first, you got to
stay. Yeah, I was just considering. I'm gonna stay Goblin.
Okay, Resnora, please choose a character.
Is it regular Hatter or Chaos Hatter?
It's Chaos.
Oh, sweet. Then I'm gonna choose Poisoner.
Okay, Raj, please choose a demon.
Stand by one. Let's go, Imp.
Okay. Thank you very much. Off you pop, guys.
Thanks.
Okay, that was interesting. Good choices, I think, actually. Gives Raj the escape hatch, and now we go straight to Resnora to see who she wants to poison. Hello. You gotta poison someone.
I would like to poison Milk, please.
Milk. There he is. Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we go to
We'll
Raj.
swap for the good team.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay. Oh,
Who would you want to kill?
Let's kill. I think one of Milk or Malachi is probably the fortune teller. Why don't I go Oho? Okay, whatever. Let's go with. Let's kill JC. I think he's the unspent artist.
Okay, JC it is. Thank you. Nice snipe. Good choice. Right now we just
used his hardest question now, huh?
yeah. Okay. Austin. 0.
Hello.
Hello. 0 of your living neighbors are evil.
You love to hear it. Thank you.
Welcome. Lyra's gonna definitely learn a 1 now that Beardy's claimed Goblin and died. Hello.
Hello.
You learn a 1.
Beardy, you evil bastard. Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome. What do you want to do with Malashan?
With Malashan, oh god.
I mean,
she has the Hermit ability now. Genuinely. We could poison her, but I think it's more fun to just actually be like, you have the Hermit, like, to not.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We could, we could poison her and
'Cause
just, like, wake her up and give her some nonsense.
Do you know what? Maybe not, because Beardy's going to be claiming Hermit, right? So if Beardy's evil, he's an evil player bluffing Hermit. And in that scenario, we would not wake up Malashan and show a load of nonsense. We would do nothing and back up the fact that they're the
do
Hermit.
nothing. Yeah, so I think that's probably better. What's nice is that if Malachi checks Malashan tonight, she will get a yes.
Yeah.
Because Malashan, unless I think that's almost always a yes.
We can also now show Karen Malashan, because Malashan's registering as a minion.
Oh my god, that's very funny. I was thinking we should show Milk because Milk must register as an outsider right now, which is quite spicy. Like, I think if we show Malashan, that almost will confirm Beardy more than make him look evil, if that makes sense.
Will it though?
Because Beardy is an outsider
currently,
anyways.
Malashan's got nothing in terms of information.
I do think showing Malashan would be really interesting because then we can show a townsfolk tomorrow night.
Yeah, I
That's
think
fun.
I think
let's do that.
we should do
I'm
that.
happy with that.
Cool. So yeah, for those following along at home, Malashan currently has the Hermit's ability, which means Malashan has all the Outsiders' abilities, because that's the Hermit's ability, which means Malashan has the Recluse's ability, which is why we can register Malashan as a minion or a demon right now to the Balloonist, and we absolutely will, because if you execute outsiders, that's what happens to the cannibal. Let's get Karen in.
Yeah.
Hello. You learn Malashan.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And let's get Malachi in here. Hello.
I thought I died.
No, you're alive. Who do you want to pick?
Yay. Let's go with JC and Ed.
JC and Ed, and you learn. Yes, one of them is the demon.
Oh no. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Oh, that is beautiful. So
That's amazing. A little nerve-wracking because I think it will sort of accidentally put some sus on Raj potentially if they're like, oh, no dashi poisoned. But that's freaking funny because what is JC a Fangu? Is Ed the demon claiming goblin? That could go well.
That is beautiful. Wow, what a night. Okay, we don't need to do anything else, right? So we just wake these guys up?
Yeah.
Okay, off we go. Morning. JC died.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's not a movie, Karen. That's a company.
Disney is a movie.
Prior and Mayor, I've taken Mayor. But yeah. Also Dave claimed to be the farmer, so if we want to poison kill him tonight, we can do that.
I don't think he's the farmer, but yeah, we could do that. One of Milk or Malachi, I'm assuming, is the fortune teller.
Well, Karen hard claimed fortune teller in our conversation yesterday. Milk has also claimed it. Malachi is claiming to be the recluse.
Yeah, I was claiming empath of the 1 yesterday, and I might just stick with that for a while.
Just, like, I have the cannibal. I just haven't told anyone, so I was like, how did you hear that?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, I believe you. The lycanthrope that picked JC.
Alright, that makes sense.
Or something else. I don't know. My first ping was... Actually, that... Yes, my first ping was Lyra. That does work.
Okay.
Because you're... Hang on, no. Because you're the goblin.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll just do the goblin.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Wonderful. Well, I love this so much. Good luck goblining. Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, see ya.
Interesting.
Well, it's powerful information, right? Like, there was a yes. So why not just get it out there?
Yeah. And Beardy, according to the Oracle, is probably evil.
Unfortunately, Beardy may be the Hermit.
That is quite annoying. Is that what Beardy claimed today?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if he wants that to get around, but if you are the Oracle / have heard of an Oracle, you sort of sounded like you were implying that you were the Oracle.
Could be. It's impossible to tell.
It's impossible to tell, but it's worth knowing that Beardy's claiming Hermit. Beardy could just be a demon that got killed there and passed to a Scarlet Woman. Totally believable.
Who is the other yes on JC and who?
JC and Ed.
So either JC's Fangu.
JC could be a Fangu who jumped to an outsider. Ed, one of them could be the Red Herring. One of them could be the Hermit and Beardy could be evil. One of them could be the Recluse and Malachi's lying. You know.
Yeah.
The Hermit can't claim it on this script, which is a little bit, difficult for the Hermit. But
yeah, I mean that's the point of the Hermit, though, right?
I do kind of trust Beardy though. Like he came straight up to me. He was being pretty sus yesterday. Like,
yeah. Lift off myself. I didn't nom to try and lift off
If
myself.
you were okay, but if you were the Hermit, why couldn't Goblin?
Because I didn't want to die. Because I didn't want the Hatter to go off. I didn't want the Oracle to get scuffed information. I didn't want to die.
I think you're a minion. I think you're an actual.
Welcome back, everybody.
Thanks, Beardy.
There are 10 of you alive, 5 votes required. Nominations are open.
I think Beardy was the demon.
JC Ed yes today.
Oh. Interesting.
I think Beardy was the demon and has the Scarlet Woman that's now the demon.
I'm not a Fangu, so just if that helps with figuring it out.
That's exactly what a Fangu would be.
Exactly what a Fangu.
You're not claiming to be a dead farmer that passed, JC, are you?
Well, I mean, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
JC is not the Fangu. JC was the imp. That's what's going on here.
Oh, that works.
If I'm the demon, then at the worst I'll plead the fifth about it. I won't outright say I'm not this specific thing.
Yeah, but then you would, and you wouldn't believe it. Don't try and 5D chess us.
Second call for nominations.
You're right. Ed's probably just not the demon, and the fortune teller information is not.
We could just kill Ed and see how brutally efficient fortune teller information is.
It's only when it's on the same person.
It's a great new character. It fights demons really well.
That seems broken. They never should have let that out of experimental.
Ed, do you think you could be the red herring?
Probably.
I put it to you, you were very disincentivized to answer no there.
Well, as the other fortune teller, yes, I will nominate Ed.
Dave, tell us why you've chosen Ed.
We're both in fortune teller yeses. Let's cut down on the number of fortune teller yeses in this town.
Ed?
Goblin.
Yes, Ed Goblin. 5 votes required. Ed has claimed Goblin.
This actually could be legit is the problem, but whatever. Let's give Ed his Goblin win. It's fine. Just what a demon would say.
6 is enough for Ed.
Hey, I like this a little less.
I really think I mean, the entire evil team is Beardy Demon. There's a Scarlet Woman out there, and Ed is the Goblin. That is a viable world.
It is 100% viable.
It's fine. We're speedrunning the script.
That would make JC the red herring.
Yeah, in that world, I have to be exactly the red herring.
Any other nominations?
Or the Fangu who jumped.
Can I nominate Malashan?
Austin, tell us why you've nominated Malashan.
She's been pretty quiet. I am scared of the goblin. We can deal with the goblin later, I think is the better way to put it. We can always deal with the goblin later. Yeah, I'd rather move it and figure out the Ed situation at a time when it's more critical.
Malashan?
Sure.
We're looking for 7.
Is this minion?
Doesn't seem like there's much appetite.
I promise you this is not Minion Panic, this is Goblin Panic.
Now I think it's Minion Panic. Why would
well, let's see if there's a tie here. That could be useful.
5's not enough. Ed's about to die. Any other nominations?
Malachi nominates Karen.
Malachi, tell us why you've chosen Karen.
I don't know. Karen looks like she's happy that her team's about to win.
Karen, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I'm not the recluse that's going to register as evil for that, Malachi. Not like you. And I'm pretty sure you're happy about that. I am happy to lift it off Ed, maybe tie it, so that my team doesn't lose.
Okay, we're looking for 7.
I weirdly trust Karen, but I'm happy to die.
I don't trust Karen.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. Karen's doing something weird I don't trust.
I'd like to tie it.
Tell him the truth, or
Malachi.
I'll nominate Austin.
Raj nominates Malachi. Tell us why.
No, I think Austin's good. I think Beardy's probably good, and I think Malachi is maybe an evil who just has a recluse bluff. And so therefore Ed's probably... Well, then I don't know why they're trying to lift off Ed so hard. I didn't think through all of this. Anyways, I think
Malachi.
My defense is Raj's offense.
Okay, 7 is what we're still looking for.
Do I want to lift it off of Ed because I'm scared of the goblin.
Tie it. Come on.
I love tying.
6 is a tie.
That was magical.
No one on the block. Any other nominations?
Fucking
Let's
bullshit.
steal the fortune teller. We've already got so much info.
Okay, you have had 4 nominations today. Do you want to nominate anyone else? 5, 4.
Alashan will nominate Milk.
Malashan has nominated Milk. Tell us why.
Hasn't been nominated and may or may not be a fortune teller. Seems like it has shady info.
Milk?
It seems like I have shady info on 4 people who, one of whom was just lifted, like a claimed goblin? Question mark?
We're looking for 7.
Yeah, both days when we've gone off Milk's info, it's resulted in one of the people in the yes ping claiming goblin.
Yeah.
3's not enough. I don't think you're going to
nominate
get 7,
Dave.
guys.
I have heard of a
I'm
cannibal who's very sad.
Milk nominates Dave. Tell us why.
I think we should kill somebody, and I think Dave is an okay kill. Is in the fortune teller info from day 1.
Dave?
I'm a farmer. If you kill me here, it's not the end of the world. If it helps clear a world, I'm okay with it. I'd rather be picked by a lycanthrope if there is one, because I think that would be much more useful to town.
We are looking for 7.
I believe Dave.
Awesome.
I'll let Dave decide. Oh, never mind.
Is it
Dave's
too
not
late to claim
decided.
goblin?
5's not enough. I don't think you're going to get this, guys. I'm going to end it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No executions. All sleep. Okay. This amazingly means that Malashan still has the Hermit's ability.
Oh, yes, she does.
Let's get Resnora in. Hello.
Hello.
Who do you want to poison?
This is hard because the plan is supposed to be to poison. You know what? I'm just gonna poison Dave. We're gonna poison Dave. That's the plan. And
Okay.
Milk gets inconsistent information and will be poisoned tomorrow night. That's the plan. That's the new plan.
All right. David is. Thank you. Okay. Let's see if the plan comes to fruition. In comes Raj.
We'll see.
All right, Raj. Who do you want to kill?
Did I beef it? Do we have the win there? Let's go with... Resnora said they would poison Dave, who's claiming farmer, and then I would kill Dave. But then we also said if it's clear who the fortune teller is, we'll kill the fortune teller. I think I kill Milk here.
Okay. Milk it is. Thank you.
Well,
Now that is interesting. We could now show the Oracle a 2 because we have 2 dead people with the Recluse's ability. I don't think we should.
This is so good. It'd be funny. It'd be really freaking funny.
It would be funny, but I think it would confirm Beardy, and right now, one of the big worlds is that Beardy is trying to get
Evil
Ed executed
with Ed.
because
Yeah.
So I don't think we should do that. As funny
Would it
as that
confirm
would
him?
be.
Because I think 2 recluses would be weirder, yeah?
I think that a 2 after no one is executed on night 3 would lead people to
Oh,
the...
I forgot no one was executed. Yeah,
Yeah.
just keep it a 1.
I think that would just
We
lead
can pump it
people
up
to
to
the
a 2 later as soon as they execute someone they think is evil,
Yeah,
which is so
definitely.
fun.
Yeah, definitely. Austin learns a 0. Hello.
Hello.
You will be pleased to know that 0 of your living neighbors are evil.
Stunned. Wow. Thank you all so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, amazingly, if Malashan were to break madness right now, we could give an Oracle a 3 on night 3 with no dead evil players.
With no evils dead. And that is the beauty of the Hermit.
Even more amazingly, if Malashan somehow is simultaneously executed with an evil player, we could give Lyra a 4 with 1 dead evil player. Right, what are we going to show Karen? In fact, we'll worry about that after we've seen what Malachi does. Let's get Malachi in. Hello.
Bert.
Who do you want to look at?
I mean, I guess I did say this as a whisper. So yeah, Karen and Resnora.
Karen and Nora, and you learn that no, neither of them is the demon.
Am I Nodashi poison? I'm starting to wonder if I'm Nodashi poison. All right,
just go with yes. Okay, I think we keep going around the circle. I think we have Malashan register as a demon and show Resnora. Actually, no. There's no. Let's not do that. Let's go for another townsfolk.
I was going to say we should show Dave.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah. Okay, let's show Karen Dave. Hello.
Hi.
Dave. You learn Dave.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I like this because Malashan misregistering is the spirit of the outsider misinformation, but it is also the key to proving that Beardy really was the Hermit, so everyone's a winner, baby. Yeah. Right, let's give Lyra a 1. Hello.
Hello.
You learn a 1.
A 1 still. Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome. Ooh, we good?
We good.
Good morning, everybody. Milk did not keep getting away with it.
Huh.
Oh, that's sad. But how will I point at my fortune teller pings now?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure whether you were going to be able to back cycle to the no comment that was supposed to happen at the start of the day was immediately after you died. And you killed me last game, you bastard. Or supposedly.
No, I didn't. Karen did.
Yes. You claimed to kill me last game, you bastard. I should be more specific. I also chose Resnora last night.
Ooh, okay. Cool.
So, there we go.
Yeah, I've not spoken with Res, but there's... I'm at that point in the day where I'm just believing everyone I speak to. So, yeah, by process of elimination, I agree Resnora is evil.
Yeah, that's... Like, I mean, they can't be the Hermit, so, you know, we're narrowing down options.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
yeah, I very nearly asked Ben on day one if Beardy was the Goblin, and then I realised that there was a chance he was the Hermit, and there was a chance that he was the Nodashi, and either way I'd get an incredibly unhelpful answer.
Yes, you were the worst place to do anything about Beardy's Goblin claim.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, makes sense.
It happens.
Yeah. Yeah,
cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Cheers.
Should say what she's claiming.
I trust. I think the evil team is between like Raj and Ed, right? And which is why I'm just trying to kind of narrow it down.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, like Mal could potentially be like a minion or something, but there's no way for me to know.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
We haven't actually spoken. Like we've just been exchanging like text whispers, so I don't have a good read on her.
Sure, that's fair. Okay, sounds good to me.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Bye.
Timing.
A double claim. Cool.
Hey, Milk.
Yeah, what's up?
Privately or publicly?
Welcome back,
I
everyone.
don't care, whatever you want.
You can publicly nominate anyone right now because there are 9 living players, so 5 votes required.
Milk, who would you like to point at today? Would you like it to be Ed?
I mean, I think we should kill Ed. I'm not sure why we panicked over Ed yesterday. But...
Yeah, I'm nominated Ed.
Who said that? Was that Raj?
It was Raj. Yeah.
Alright, tell us why.
I think we did lift off of a viable demon candidate. I think Milk's info makes sense given Beardy's role. And I kind of think that some of the people who were leading the charge and getting Ed off the block yesterday were, I think, are evil. So I think we should clear this.
Ed?
I had a good reason to claim Goblin. I was surprised the way the game went. I thought it was going to be more useful for me to be potentially confirmed by Well, the person I thought was claiming cannibal is not claiming cannibal. So in the spirit of that, I killed JC. I did not kill Milk. But I am also the goblin.
Okay, Ed claims goblin.
You shouldn't be killing me here.
We're looking for 5.
I think Ed's good.
Ed,
I'm happy to let that go another day.
Yeah, Ed sounds like the red herring.
I don't know if Ed's good, but I'm happy to let that go another day.
I think you could have just been poisoned Milk when the Hatter swap happened.
4 is not enough.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm definitely not poisoned.
Who did you attack, Ed?
I need to find out something. Someone told me that the person I picked may, like, one of their 2 claims was mayor, and I want to confirm whether that's true or not before I publicly push that on them.
You should pick me today, Ed.
I thought about it last night, but you publicly claimed farmer, and I hate that.
Sure.
So, oh yeah, I've had a conversation with Beardy. I'm going to whisper with JC about it.
I'll nominate Resnora.
Tell us why.
She thought I was evil yesterday, and I want to know why.
Resnora, why?
Oh, it's because you cold called somebody's role without them telling anybody what their role was in a way that's weird. You know what I'm talking about now, don't you?
I do. I have info on that person.
Yeah. I would like to live to the end of the game, so I am also going to call Goblin. Or claim Goblin.
Resnora claims goblin. 5 votes required.
Just to double check, the reason you were suspicion of Karen was that she successfully cold called someone's role. You've played with Karen before.
In a way, like she didn't speak to them yet, and like they hadn't told anyone their role, so it's just a very kind of weird.
But there's also no Grim Peaker, so it's like
it's still weird.
It was weird, but I think that was good.
Dave nominates Malachi.
All right, tell us why.
It seemed like a little bit of panic yesterday. That tie off of Ed. I think it would have been more useful for town if Malachi had actually died in that instance, but I don't think it was very helpful to tie that vote. So this is probably the most useful kill out of the claims that I've heard.
Malachi?
Killing the recluse is the most useful. What?
Yeah, we got to get the empaths more info.
Okay, we'll look. Do you want to respond to that, Malachi?
I mean, if the empath is Raj, let's just kill Raj.
Okay, we're looking for 5.
I mean, we can kill Raj also, but...
Hey, Austin, can I talk to you tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to.
5 is enough.
Malachi nominates Raj.
Malachi, tell us why.
Don't trust this info. Also, I'm the real fortune teller.
Raj?
Then maybe we should be killing Karen.
I have a no on Karen.
We're looking for 6.
You have a yes on me?
I don't have anything on you, but...
Wait a
that's
second.
it.
I thought Malachi was librarian.
Oh no, I lied.
All of you in the left-hand side of the scrim are a bunch of liars. That's what I've learned.
Dave, I told you the
I
truth.
had to. I only lied because I had to, and then I stopped lying.
Any other nominations?
Also, that librarian confirmation is news to me. I didn't talk to any librarian at all.
I'd just like to say that I am not a liar. I was in a rules-approved roll swap.
3. 2. 1. Malachi's executed and dies. Good night, everybody. Okay. Yeah, now that Malachi is dead and suspected of evil, we can have the Recluse register as evil for the Oracle if we want to. And since Beardy also has the Recluse's ability, we can show the Oracle a 2, even though there are no dead evil players. Delightful. Let's get Resnora in. Hello.
Hi, I would like to poison Malishon, please.
Okay, Malishan it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good choice.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, let's get Rog in.
Go.
Hello. Who would you like to kill? Have you disconnected? You were staying perfectly still. Just wave your head around just to make sure we know that you're definitely here. There we go. Right, keep doing that. Who do you want to kill?
This is me thinking. I think I might be the
That's what thinking looks like.
That's what thinking looks like. It's active thinking. So if I kill today, it goes down to 7. We have 3 executions left. I might be the kill tonight. Maybe I pass to Ed here. Well, I can't choose who to pass to, but yeah.
But I mean, if that's what we know you want, then we'll probably honor it.
It is what I want. Pick myself. See it.
Okay, yourself it is. Thank you.
I am genuinely surprised at that. They have
Yeah,
so
me
much
too.
voting power right now. I just don't. Yeah, they would need all 4 living good players to vote on him.
That's
in order to
extremely
put him on the block.
confusing.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's tell Ed. Hello. You are the imp. You are evil.
Yeah, I thought you were going to tell me that.
Yeah, that was our reaction too.
This is probably fine. I think he was in an awkward place. I hear that. This is fine. All right, thanks, buddies.
No worries. Okay, I think we still show Lyra 2.
Yeah.
Maybe we
yeah,
still
because
show
we can't
Lyra.
show a 3. The problem is if we show a 2,
We could go back to.
we can't go back to 0. There is actually a dead evil
we
player
could,
now.
we can stay on 1, which would.
I think the best thing we could do is stay on 1, genuinely.
Yeah,
Because
I
like
think
if
so.
we say a 2, it just looks like Raj Star passed. If we say a 3, it's like Lyra just knows she's pinging off of at least 1 recluse.
Yeah.
So I think we have to just stick with a 1 to hide the fact
I
that
think
this is Star
1
pass.
leaves open the world that all the evils are still alive as well, which is scary for good.
Yeah. I also heard through the sort of private whisper grapevine that Raj might be claiming empath. I don't know if he had a bluff at the beginning, and so it's possible that like you could make an argument that Raj is the good empath who was killed because he was about to get a read on Resnora. So,
True
like,
enough. All right, we'll give Lyra a 1 then. Hello.
Hello.
There is 1 dead evil player.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome. And then Austin learns a correct 0. 0.
God, thank you so much.
You're welcome. So I think well, let's see what Malashan does with the fortune teller ability first, shall we?
Yeah, I think we just give her basically poisoned, like any good players it's a yes. If it has Ed or Raj in it, it's a no. Call it a day.
Cool. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Please choose 2 players.
Austin and Raj, please.
Austin and Raj, and you learn a no.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that is interesting. I was tempted to give a
Yeah,
yes.
I was so sure that she was gonna pick Malashan
Yeah.
or pick Raj as well, and I was just like, damn.
But
it happens.
I think there is a higher than 0 possibility that Malashan's going to start pushing on Resnora as an Odashi at some point.
Yeah.
So I
Which
don't
is
hate that. Now the real question: what do we show Karen? I think Resnora is probably a good choice for that very reason.
I think Rez is a good one. I do think that probably gets Rez killed, but at this point, I think that's okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Karen in here. Hello.
Yes, hello.
You look very happy, Karen. You okay?
Well, I finally, if Mel really is the cannibal, I finally get some good info.
Okay, well, your good info is Resnora.
Oh, it's so good, thanks.
You're welcome.
Alright, bye.
Okay, let's do this. I think that's everything, right? Yeah, that's everything. Cool, here we go. Good morning, everybody. Raj is dead.
Oh.
No, one of my empaths are dead. That's terrible.
Oh.
I guess you will like him, Pig.
I wouldn't risk
actually the empath.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I didn't pick you, so it's fine.
As the
'Cause I'm a
farmer?
I don't pick. Anyways, you're in a double claim with Austin. What's the sitch there?
I'm alive. He's dead. Other way around.
I mean, yeah.
He's dead. I'm alive. No, I got it wrong again. Hold on.
Raj, what are you for real though?
Empath.
So you're saying we should 100% kill Austin today?
I mean, Austin might just be fucking around and good. I'm kind of reading him good this game, but I think
it's kind of good too. But you know,
I think Evil knew I was claiming empath, and so they came for me. So I would look at. I think Karen's good socially, so I would look at Rez.
What? Didn't you say that you had an empath 1?
Yeah, on Malachi, which is why I want to kill Malachi.
And your other neighbor, Karen?
Yeah, but Karen's reading good.
Raj, what is this conversation?
What? You never made a social read before, Dave?
Okay. And then, obviously, her defense was very mayor coded. So I'm kind of okay with that, but I did pick Dave last night and he didn't die. But it can be my own red herring faux pas.
Yeah. I thought it was live or Dave. That was kind of where I'd come down to, is it's live or Dave. So I can go with
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
there's a good chance I die in the night tonight, so I wouldn't mind going for Dave. And if Dave is the farmer, we might get a farmer.
That's fair. I think whichever of Lyra and Dave... No, I'm just picking Lyra no matter what tonight, and then it's in their interests.
If Lyra's the demon, she doesn't die. The demon probably kills me.
Yeah.
And then we get a farmer jumping. And we pretty much got it solved, I think, if we kill Dave.
And if Lyra...
Oh, I didn't talk to...
Austin's very animated.
He is very animated.
Welcome back, everyone.
All right?
Well, votes
Everything's
required.
fine. My
Nominations
plan
are
didn't
open.
work.
Just to quickly fill people in, I think most people already know, but I was an unspent artist, so in terms of solving for placement or anything like that, I can't help, unfortunately.
Halashan nominates Dave.
Malashan, why have you done this?
I understand that Dave did not die to a lycanthrope, and I know this outed farmer claim feels kind of like made up to me, so I think Dave's a really good demon candidate, and we should clear it while we've got time.
Dave.
You'd think that I would claim Farmer as the demon. Yeah, actually, I would do that. I'll just claim Goblin today.
Okay, Dave
also,
claims...
the lycanthrope's actually the demon, just for the record.
Dave claims Goblin, 4 votes required. I don't think I've ever seen this many individual Goblin claims before. This is great. This is like a Goblin reveal, really.
I think that Malachi...
Featuring Hermit.
Should vote on this. You should keep your hand on Malachi.
I did.
That's one evil vote spent.
5 is enough.
Vote buddies.
Yeah, I'm going to nominate Ed.
Dave, tell us why you've nominated Ed.
I mean, I probably won't get a Goblin win off this, so I think we should probably vote for Ed. I think that if Raj is telling the truth, still claiming to be an empath with a 1, it makes more sense for Malachi to just be evil, who tied off of Ed, because Ed's claiming to be the lycanthrope. If I'm evil, I'm picking Ed every single night until Ed is dead, so that I can get control back of kills and I can direct them. So it makes no sense that we lifted off Ed. Nobody's talked about Ed for 2 days now, and supposedly there's a fortune teller yes on Ed. I don't know. Maybe a demon.
Ed?
Yeah, I mean, I'm aware that I outed as lycanthrope and then failed to kill. I'd see no signs of Serenovus. Like, there could be it could be Scarlet Woman Goblin, but if that's true, then Dave's the Goblin and we're losing here. Otherwise, there's every chance that I'm just poisoned, and or Dave is my faux pas, but Dave could also just be evil. I didn't vote on that. The votes were quite strong. I'm not convinced about the fact that Malachi voted on it when there's kind of a binary information. If Malachi is good, then certain other information is good. So this does play together, but it's also, we've used 2 dead votes. And I think it's a waste to try and do this now. I am fine to die. I am probably going to die unless there is a poison still alive that's going to keep poisoning me, and that's fine. There's
6
a lot
is
of info
the
out there, I think.
I would also like to point out that Dave, if was the Goblin, did not even vote on themselves.
Yeah, because I'm probably not the Goblin.
Because there were 5 on Dave when it got there.
Yeah, it could have been 6.
2 is not enough. Dave's about to die, who has claimed Goblin.
It's the only Goblin claim I've actually believed the entire game.
Yeah, it's probably fine, Milk. Don't worry about it. We're just killing a farmer.
Yeah. I believe Dave's more than anyone else's.
5, 4,
including
your
own
face. 3.
I'm so
happy
glad
he is
that the matter procs. Oh.
1. Dave is executed and dies. And we've finished on time now. We're going to sleep. Good night, everyone. All right, let's get this show on the road. So we have a farmer on Malashan. Unless Resnora poisons them again. Let's get Resnora in. Hello.
Hello.
Who would you like to poison?
I didn't hear what day it was. I'm gonna poison Malashan again.
Okay, Malashan it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, this will be good if Ed kills them.
This will get very interesting.
Yeah, there is so much that can happen from here. Let's see what Ed does. Hello.
Hello.
Who would you like to kill?
So here's the dilemma. I'm just going to talk it out for chat benefit. I'm 90% that Rez is just going to sit poisoning Malashan now, which means I could kill Mal and claim Farmer, but I can't do that because... Well, I could because Lycan... No, I can't do it either way because the cannibal wouldn't get it because faux pas. So what I want to do is ask nicely if this is the perfect moment for you to tick Lyra's oracle number up because Dave is the faux pas, and then kill Austin.
Okay, Austin it is.
Noted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to suggest we do that anyway for that exact reason.
Oh,
in fact,
1,000%.
I'd almost be tempted to go up to
worlds where Dave is evil. They all work.
Yeah. I'd almost be tempted to go up to 3 because I think most people believe Beardy's legit now and that Milk was the recluse.
That's an interesting one. I do think going up to 3 is kind of fun and spicy and is maybe like what an evil player bluffing Oracle would do, because I think like Austin's perspective, Karen's going to look pretty damn cleared now that Dave has died. So I think like what I'm thinking for evil is if Lyra were an evil player bluffing as Oracle, what would she claim?
I think she would just keep saying 1 over and over again. Honestly, from like playing with Lyra, I don't think she's not someone who goes for the spicy plays. She tends to stick to sensible info. So actually, probably from that perspective, 2's probably the more sensible number because that's believable. More believable.
Is it too believable? Like, it is late for her. Like, I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I do think it should tick up on Dave, but I also think that Lyra needs to be a demon candidate. And if she comes out and she's like, I've got a 3 now.
Let's do it. I mean, it won't be boring. So, and we are presenting this to an audience, so let's choose 3. Here we go.
Hello.
Hello. You learn a 3.
What?
You learn a 3.
Oh, I'm being fucked with. I hate it here. Thank you.
Okay, bye. Oh, Lyra, you've been being fucked with the whole game. That's what happens when you execute the Hermit on day 1. Okay, Karen, I think we actually show Karen to Ed because I think that sets up Resnora as evil.
Yeah, and she already thinks Resnora is evil. I think now is definitely the time to show Ed.
Cool. Alright, let's get Karen in. Hello! Tonight, you learn that Ed is a player in this game.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, let's do this. Good morning, everybody. I'm afraid Austin no longer in Texas.
Oh, I'm so glad he's dead.
Dave, why would you out my roll in the middle of the night?
I didn't out your roll.
What are you gonna do? Raj, let's talk.
I didn't hear Dave out Austin's role.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it either.
What is this claim? I just wanted him dead because he's still in a double claim with a dead player. Now they can both be dead together.
Is he the other empath?
Yes, he's claiming to be an empath that had a 0 when he voted on me when I was nominated. It makes no sense. And I can't be a full
you could have thought you were
and have
Nagashi.
an empath 0 on me.
He
That's
also
not
claimed
possible.
librarian to me, so who the fuck knows what he actually is?
I'm glad he's dead. That's all I know.
I have concerns.
They've really made a
about-
questionable choice to get you to give the eulogy at his funeral, Dave. I've got to say.
Dave is either evil, and we're on opposite teams, which is fine, or Dave is the faux pas and is registering as evil, and that.
Oh my god, you're kidding! I forgot
Worked.
about the fucking faux pas. I can get an Oracle 6 without the game ending, Ed. Fangu, Fangu who's jumped 2 minions,
Fangu,
a faux pas, a bloody hermit and a recluse.
I did
Oh,
forget.
it can technically go up to 7, Lyra, if a cannibal dies with the recluse's or hermit's ability.
Okay.
Tells us nothing.
I recant my previous. This might confirm me in that sense, because that's not helping. Fuck.
Why am I even here? Oh no! I need to die, Ed. I need to die. I'm gonna get framed. I don't know what to do.
I mean, that was the conversation I had yesterday. Was Malashan and Rez both thought it was you, but went for Dave. So interesting.
I think they're just picking and taking kills where they can get them. So I don't trust either of them.
Yeah, I mean that's the other problem. Is I picked Mal.
Pick Mal and they didn't die.
Yeah. I just think,
exactly.
the most interesting thing we can do is kill the lycanthrope today.
Well, hang on. We might have 3 evils alive. Raj, what are you?
Welcome back,
I'm told, Austin, what are you?
Nominations are
I'm the
open.
balloonist. I'll out my pings because I think there are 3 evils alive. I got Lyra, then Mal, then Dave, then Rez, and then Ed.
Can you put it in the chat real quick? Sorry.
Yes.
Or say them again. Sure. Both? Either.
I think the demon's either Lyra or Ed. I could go with either today.
Yeah, I think
Definitely
Lyra
both
and Rez
evil.
are probably evil.
So,
I
but
think-
Rez is claiming to be a townsfolk, and I'm a townsfolk, so...
I think Rez might be the goblin. But Raj, what are you? Are you in a double claim with Austin?
Nah, we settled it.
We settled it. I believe Raj.
I think the
I
most
think we
interesting
have
thing to
poison
do
here.
today is... I think the most interesting thing to do today is feed the lycanthrope to the cannibal, but that's me.
Yeah, that
well,
would be a useful thing.
my
I
problem
won't
with
trust
that.
Cannibal.
I picked Mal last night, but I could easily be poisoned, and I've got no way of. Like, my choice was between Mal and Lyra. The way Lyra was responding to some stuff made me think that actually maybe Lyra wasn't the demon that I was pretty sure they were. So I picked Mal, but that gives me no information because we just have to have a poisoner, I think, because of the fortune teller information
Who are
and
your-
the balloonist information.
Second call.
Who are your picks in order?
JC, Rez, Dave, Malashan.
I mean,
Like-
all five people
sense.
who are being pointed at by the
Lina would like
balloonists
to nominate Malashan,
claiming
please.
townsfolk.
Tell us
it could be
why.
even.
Ed said something to me today that I found very interesting, that Malashan and Resnora seem convinced that one of us two is the demon, and yet voted on Dave. So it feels like they're picking off people when and where they please. So I think they're just evils, like going for kills. I'm an Oracle with a 3 now, and I have learned on this wonderful script that my number can go up to a 7. Fuck my life. So yeah, I am pretty useless to town right now. I believe we've got a hermit, a recluse, and the faux pas dead, which is why I have a 3. And we actually have 3 evils alive in Mal, Rez, and Karen. This is awful. I think we need to start killing into 3 people that, other than Rez, no one's really been talking about.
Malashan.
Yeah, I think people. I don't know why people think I'm kind of confirmed good, but people do. I haven't heard the information that confirms it, that I am good, so I'll defer to their judgment.
We're looking for 3.
I think you're good because you ate the hermit on night 2, and it makes sense with the info. I don't think you're the demon.
Got it.
I think the evil. I think Mal's good. I think. Yeah.
1 is not enough.
I think we have 3 evils alive.
I agree. Possible.
And we probably need four votes on
Ed.
I think Ed, yeah.
You think Ed over Lyra?
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's the more interesting outcome.
Yeah.
There's a fortune teller yes on Ed as well.
Any other nominations?
Yeah. And it gives
Malachar-
Cannibal more.
Malachar will nominate Ed.
Alright, tell us why.
I thought Lyra was the demon, but I kind of agree with Milk that this is the more interesting order to do it in. So let's see what happens.
Ed?
It's probably more interesting. It's not mechanically useful. If anything, we should be kitten. I'm not changing the left-hand side's minds. I'm only going to be changing Malachan's, and that probably doesn't matter. This is fine. I'm the goblin.
Ed claims goblin. We're looking for 3.
Yeah, I think you might be, but we have to go in it at some point.
Yeah.
There's a fortune teller yes post Hatter.
If we get 4, I will drop.
So JC would specifically have to be the red herring in that world.
How do we feel about...
4 is enough.
In the world in which Ed is the goblin, Resnora and Ed are different alignments because of Karen's balloonist information. So if Ed was the goblin, then it's entirely plausible that Resnora is no Dashi poisoning the fortune teller information.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Calling it.
Yeah.
In 5.
Impossible to tell, right?
Yeah, I think if Ed's the goblin, then we've already lost
3.
either.
Well,
from
then
what's
Resnora
happened or from
nominates
this year.
Resnora.
Resnora, tell us why you've nominated yourself.
Because as the mayor who's now being accused of possibly being a Nodashi, I'm either going to want to go for a mayor win tomorrow or get killed today because I don't want to have my mayorhood questioned in final 3.
Okay. If you'd like to grant the sweet release of death, 5 votes required.
Is this Minion Panic?
I think this is a tie bait right here.
Yeah. I think I have to have got the Hermit ability, so Res isn't the Nodashi, or at least wasn't.
Okay, if I make it to tomorrow, then you all have to believe that I'm the mayor. I don't want to hear any.
The game might end right here. And if so, I hope Ed gets a goblin win.
I don't have to
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ed is executed and dies. The game has ended. But now I'm going to do an impression of everyone running public games in the public lobbies on the app, and not tell you who's won for the next 7 minutes of my extremely lengthy Grimrivet now. I'm not going to do any of that because that's stupid. Congratulations! Go to the good team on their victory. This was wild, honestly. This was absolutely insane. And it was mostly insane because you executed Beardy first, which meant that we could register Beardy as evil to Lyra. You also then very quickly killed Milk, meaning that all of Lyra's information was borderline irrelevant for the rest of the game. It also meant that Malachan could register as literally pretty much any character. Which meant that Karen's balloonist info was all over the place, because of course Malachan had the Hermit ability and therefore the Recluse ability. At the time that Malachi picked JC and Ed was actually the Goblin. JC, the artist, was the red herring. Ed didn't end the game as the Goblin, though, because even though they're about to have voting majority, Raj passed along to Ed, turning him into the Imp. But neither of them were the Imp at the start of the game, because, of course, Beardy also had the Hatter's ability. Resnora did begin the game as the Nodashi, which is why Malachi's info on night 1 was nonsense. But after Beardy got killed, they all had a bit of a shuffle. Resnora yeeted that demon hood out of the window at the earliest opportunity, which meant Raj got to become the Imp. Austin was an empath who sat between 2 good players for the entire game, and Dave was the farmer who Raj and Resnora planned to poison kill, but then other more important things kept coming up, so Dave spent most of the game poisoned.
I was gonna tell town to just nominate whoever claimed farmer, and I was just gonna say I was never the farmer. I was the chef the whole time. I even told Raj that. I was like,
yeah. Don't forget you
What
killed
did you
Dave. I
start as,
believed you were the
Raj?
farmer, but I wanted to be a cannibal farmer that night to see how evil would deal with it. And that told me a lot about who the evil team was.
I mean,
I
you were
was
poisoned
so
anyway,
close
so
to
it would not
killing-
have mattered.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
that's-
was like,
that's why I got
100%
information
versus poisoning Mal. I was so tempted to kill Mal, but I was like, if Dave is my faux paw, then Malashan is poisoned, and I cannot be the farmer right now. So it just doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you start as, Raj? If you didn't start as the imp?
I started as poisoner.
Right. So just
I wasn't sure if I should have passed that night. I thought at that point we were no longer going for Ed's goblin win, and I was concerned I'd be the next execution, but I was fairly torn on it.
I think that's a fair concern. I think there was a lot of suspicion on you before you died.
Yeah, I fortune teller checked you like that night. I guess I was poisoned, but like if you
One thing I've learned from reading YouTube comments, which I am unfortunately doomed to do to some degree, is that a lot of people forget that a single player is only seeing things from their perspective, and it's bizarre, but it is quite easy to forget that like Raj has almost none of the information that even the rest of you guys have, and certainly just a fraction of what Jams and me have from our perspective. So while at the time it might have seemed like that seems an unusual choice because they're about to have a voting majority, and we didn't think anyone suspected Raj, but from Raj's perspective, if just one or two people have said to them, "I'm a bit suspicious of you," that is like enough to spook any demon into thinking, "Well, I'd probably best pass," because everyone was busy saying Ed is either the lycanthrope or the goblin, right? So in that instance, it makes total sense to pass to the guy who no one thinks is the demon. If just someone thinks Raj is the demon, that's a net gain, right, from Raj's perspective. So I'm just heading off all those bullshit YouTube comments that are about to come Raj's way.
They made those comments about 10 minutes into the video.
I did have a conversation with Austin.
If you
where
type that
Austin
comment,
said,
I hope you hear what I'm saying now and feel like a dick. Okay, cut to end screen.